Hi, this is Michael. In this video, we are going to share with you something that we have learned from some of these entities about the nature of the tornadoes. Now, personally, I don't like to use nor address myself as a contactee. I like to think of these meetings with some of these entities as interacting. As you may know, tornadoes happen all over the world, except over the area of Antarctica. However, among all the tornadoes happening around the world, it seems that the greatest number of this phenomenon happened on the United States over an area nicknamed Tornado Alley. It seems that in this Tornado Alley, all the conditions are right for this phenomenon to fully develop. But exactly how are tornadoes formed? This is what the scientists are telling us. In plain English, warm air coming from the Gulf of Mexico, moving low on the ground, crawling over 20 miles an hour or so. Then we have coming from the Rockies at about 30-some thousand feet in height, cold air, some type of jet stream air, moving at over 100 miles an hour or so. According to the theory is that both of these masses of air meet somewhere, and out of all this collision, we get a very powerful supercell storm made out of twist and spinning air. There may be hails, thunders, and lightnings, the worst that you can think of. Now, what happens next is a mystery, and your guess is as good as anybody else's out there. But the general guessing theory that the scientists are telling the public about is this one. We have that as these two masses of air pass each other, air begins to pass from one mass into the other one based on the difference of the speed of these two air masses. Somehow, some way, this air begins to spin around, creating some type of funnel system. Now, as this funnel gets kicked around by these two masses of air, it begins to rotate. The funnel may start to change speed. It gets into a horizontal position. The funnel may be stretched up, elongated. And so now we have some kind of a cylinder made out of this type of funnel. Another part of the mystery is that now we get either snow, it may be ice, or something else. Nobody knows what it is, but something begins to rain down from the sky, and the weight of this, whatever it is, again, it builds up on top of this cylinder, and then its weight causes one end of this rotating cylinder and begins to turn this cylinder, tilting it down towards the ground. And basically, this is how we get a tornado on the ground. Now, if this doesn't sound too clear to you, and if these people don't make any sense about tornadoes, when you listen to some of these people, especially the people with the two bottles out there full of liquid, and they are spinning it to show you how a tornado is supposed to be rotating and working, if none of this makes any sense to you, there is one thing that you need to keep in mind at all time. And that is, when it comes to tornadoes, nobody really knows what is going on. Everybody is taking a guess at what they are seeing. And in between these guesses, they are mixing that which they see with what they understand. And they come up with some kind of explanation. And if that explanation doesn't fit with the way you understand the events as you see it, that's fine. Because you might be right and they might be wrong when it comes to describe the making of a tornado. The tornadoes are such a fantastic and powerful phenomenon that they have mystified and baffled the scientific establishment and have driven, lured, and seduced, if you will, many people into chasing them. And with all this advanced and powerful technology that humanity has at its disposal, the scientific establishment watching some of these tornadoes forming and happening on their own homeland and being there face to face with some of these tornadoes bow its head and confesses, we don't know everything there is to know about this strange phenomenon that the tornadoes represent. And so we have attended many lectures, we have watched many videos, we have listened to many storm chasers, and as we gathered all these information together, three facts seem to stand out. Fact number one, since 1995, the area in the United States of America known as the Tornado Alley has increased tremendously in size. Fact number two, it seems that the tornadoes have become a more destructive and dominant force, happening more frequently. Fact number three, based on the number of tornadoes happening around the world, it seems that the United States of America is the prime target of these events.
Too many people who have been very close to a tornado and watching it spinning said to us in one way or another, as I watched this thing spinning around, I had the feeling that there was something else to it. And what we have learned from these entities is that the planet Earth is enhoused by some sort of artificial system. And the tornadoes that we see are a part of this artificial system work. And so now this is it. This is what this video is all about. We are going to try to take a look at some of these artificial systems that create the tornadoes. Here is a short course in how to enhance images to try to see this artificial system that these entities are talking about. We choose this image because of its unusual appearance. This is a tornado, but look carefully at the center of it. Here, this column of air, it seems to be divided into two sections. But what makes it so interesting is that the bottom section seems to be opening up, assisting this tornado as a base. Now, at this point, many people are going to suggest that what you are seeing, it is nothing but pixelization. And so therefore, this is not real. This is why we suggest that you take other tornado images and enhance it till you can see something in your enhanced tornado image that tells you this is not official. First, in a very brief way, these entities have a computerized system, but it's not like ours. And while we have thousands of computers, they only have a few of theirs. And what we call the computer, they call it the portal. Now, we turn on our computers, but these entities, they open up their portals. And inside their portals, they have what they call probes. And they use these probes to search the area and to learn about the areas around them. These probes are, in a way, what we call software in our computers. Anyway, we share this information with you because many people want to know how is it that we can do all these incredible images enhancement. Well, we do it because in a very small way, we are using our computers in the same way these entities are using their portals.